Haan slept till 8 o'clock, so now she is not ready to sleep and just want to play. She is having a laughter attack for last 20 minutes, no matter whatever. To tell her, she would burst into a pearl of laugh, and Jungkook shook his head. No worries, Uncle is here to play with Aien now. Dan almost sang these words. Dan started playing with Aien, his hot chocolate drink last forgotten. He mumbled something in baby voice, and Aien started laugh again. Both of them were busy while each other repeating the same process. There was a time when Dan stopped, but Aien looked at him to do it again, leaving his mouth open, ready to burst into a laugh again. That attack all over again. Jungkook and Taehyung were silently looking at them, drinking their delicious hot chocolate with a smile on their faces. Who had one cheater? At first, now two of them were teamed up. Namjoon huffed in angry and asked J-Hope and Jin, "Who did you to call cheater, Namjoon?" Jin would narrow his eyes. "Do I need to explain?" Namjoon replied. Jin Hyung, ignore him. Namjoon can't see us winning. He's just jealous. Job said, "We will see." Namjoon rolled his eyes. Everyone was playing card. Jin and J-Hope were paired up together and cheated all full time, as usual. Namjoon, let them cheat. They still can't win. The kids haven't got the guts to win. Jiho and Namjoon were laughed and high-fived, while Jungkook agreed to play with them after a lot of insistence and handed Aien to his mom. He had made such a pock face that nobody can guess his cards. On the other side, they being Taehyung got tricked by Jiho and showed all his cards to him. Dan was seizing what? Chirp and Jin. He was trying to get all that cards to lean up together. Even now and then, Dan, what are you doing? Chirp Dan and tried to push him away with his elbow. Cheaters got annoyed by another cheater, Namjoon chuckled. In the end, after a lot of arguments, the game ended, and Jungkook was declared as a clear winner. A dark horse, they mumbled and pouted. It was the last night in the villa. They will be leaving for Seoul tomorrow in the morning. I'm going to miss you guys so much. Please don't go. Dio said, with a saddest voice. I wish we could live together. Dio replied. Jin was sitting beside Taehyung. His head was placed on Taehyung's shoulder. He straightened his place, looking at his eyes, and said with a pout, "Tae, I miss you a lot." Both of them will look at each other in a warm hug. With that brotherhood, these days are the best days of my life. I can't have cousins, so all is very new and amazing, they said with a smile. But now, you have us, right? Gio said. Of course, they replied with a smile. Excuse me, Jungkook stood up. You can't stay, Dan asked in a firm eyebrows, and Jungkook just shook his head and said, I need me, and left the place. All of them were stood up till late and were talking to each other and play a few games. They peeked at Aien, who was in deep sleep, holding her soft toy. They looked at him with longing and whispered, My baby. A minute later, he left the room before he could find their near Aien and went to get ready in Jin's room. Aunt, you have to come Seoul soon, they said in Kisarche. Of course, my son. Will ask me, and I won't do that. Impossible, Aunt said, lovingly, and hugged him. Promise? They whispered, still wrapping his in her embers. Promise. She replied. It was Sunday morning and they were leaving for Seoul. Everyone was saying bye to each other with gloomy eyes. Grandpa and Grandma were also assured them they will soon plan to come Seoul. Taehyung and Jungkook were seated together beside Aunt Han. There was losing Aien thanks to Aunt Han, who ordered Jungkook. He was stubborn, but one thing he understood about in these few days of marriage was that he'd respect his elder a lot. They was playing with Aien when Aunt Han were said, "Now, I just want to hear cute news from you." Taehyung looked at her. Her eyebrows were formed in confusion and then again started talking with Aien. "I know, you two will have the most beautiful kids," Aunt Han added, and they froze at the place. He glanced at her direction and then toward Jungkook, who seemed angry. "Why are you staring at me like that? What I say was wrong? You got married and you will have kids one day," Aunt Han said in a very normal way. Mom and Aunt exchanged a worried look, which clearly meant this lady will never stop interfering. They fixed their eyes on Aien, pretending to ignore Aunt Han's words, but a faint blush or a bear on his cheeks was telling a different story. They lowered his face and kissed Aien. After a few time, they settled down in the cars. Jungkook insisted Mom to accompany them, so she can take care of Aien. Taehyung, Jungkook Mom, and Aien were seated in the car. While Namjoon, Jihope and Dad were coming in another car. They purposely sat on the back seat of the car, but instead of Mom, had take her place in the front passenger seat. After Auntie Han's word, he was embarrassed and wanted to stay away from Jungkook. Then waved a bye to them with a heavy heart. Farewell is hard. As always, saying goodbye is a knowledge the wheels learn, and time passes. By this time, he knows that what's going bad to mean. He sank into the thought, closing his eyes, and after some time, dozed off. They reached John's house in afternoon. Everyone was tired and hungry. They had their dinner early and went back to their rooms to get some rest. Taehyung was coming back to his room when he heard a faint chuckle of Aien and Jungkook. The boys sing something to him. They looked at the closed door in front of him and smiled. On his face, shook his head and mumbled, "Aien," and his laugh.